Hello friends and enemies, come with me on day 4 of my trip to Switzerland. After taking a 1.5-hour nap, I got breakfast down in the lobby where I shocked everyone with my crutches. And if I wasn't getting enough stairs with my crutches already, I also wore my puffer jacket on the way to the train station because we were also told that we might go up on the top of the snow-capped mountain that day. Luckily, we were using a luggage transfer service, so I didn't have to carry too many things, but I did bring enough stuff with me to do a little quick change on the train because we were about to do a chocolate tasting on the way to Engelberg. The chocolate tasting experience was courtesy of Max Chocolatier, and it was so much fun tasting all of these yummy Swiss chocolates while getting amazing views of the Swiss countryside. Once we got to Engelberg, we met up with Peter, who was our contact person for our entire time while we were at Engelberg and Mount Titlis. But before we headed up the mountain, we went over to Engelberg Abbey for a cheese workshop. On the walk there, I kept thinking, wow, everything is so pretty. It's kind of like being in a desktop wallpaper. At Engelberg Abbey, we started off with a cheese tasting, and of course, you can't have a cheese tasting without a wine pairing. Now, I'm not a sommelier or a cheese connoisseur, but I was having a grand old time. After the tasting, we also got to make some cheese, which should be good in about a few months or a few years. After that, we walked over to the bus station to take the cable car up to Berg Hotel Trubsee, where we were staying for a few nights. Now, I'm usually a beach and a city girly, but when I see some mountains, I start crying, and these mountains were beautiful. And luckily or unluckily for me, I did have to just sit there and look at the mountains because I could not participate in the group activity, which was zip lining. And then I started having a really hard time, not just because of the zip lining, but because I was having some frustrations with being stuck on crutches for the day. So I gave myself space to sit in that, called my sister and sobbed to her a little bit about it, and then got ready for dinner. Dinner was at the hotel restaurant, and it was kind of nice because we were the only ones there, and it was nice that we didn't have to go too far after a long day of walking and traveling. After dinner, I went with a few others to go to an observation deck, and seeing the mountains at twilight kind of just made this crappy day a little bit better. Like and follow for day 5!